Good afternoon. It's already 2 o'clock. We'll start. So welcome all.
Good afternoon.
Please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, FB account, email address in the chat box. Also put in the names of your companions there. Okay. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There'll be a group picture taking at the start and end of the pep talk. So show your face in the video. So a special instruction for today, please have a piece of paper and a pen. As we will do a little exercise. On the patient empowerment. Learning evaluation test exercise for mastery learning to get a certificate. Is it coming from me? Okay. Okay. Okay, as I said, the link is in the chat box, okay? And remember to take the online learning evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and get a chance to get a perfect score, get the certificate. So let's now have a group picture taking before we start in 2 minutes. Please turn on your video and show your face. Okay. Okay. Can all of you take a screenshot, screenshot of your computer? Ready? Everybody's ready? 4 more with no picture. Okay na? OLETE. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let me save this for a while. Okay, let's start. I have a patient empowerment program. Okay. For those who are attending this pep talk for the first time, okay, I'd like to say this, in which I like to empower the lay people or the patients to take control in the management of their health. I launched this pep talk last May 15, 2021, with a module on COVID-19. This is the second module, and the title of the module is Patient Empowerment. There are 3 parts in this module. I've done with the patient empowerment part, that was part 1, and then part 2 was on strategies in patient empowerment. And now we are on the last part of this module, which is when do you say a patient is empowered? What I have in mind in my pep talk program, which may run for about 3 years, is to empower at least 30 persons with my family members and my patients as a priority. That is my key performance indicator. I hope you will all be within this group of 30. The title of my pep talk today is When Do You Say a Patient is Empowered? And then the empowerment objective is for you to know how to do self-assessment on patient empowerment and how to do continual improvement. In my first two pep talks in this module, I have discussed what is patient empowerment and what are the strategies to be empowered as a patient. In this pep talk, I will answer the question, when do you say a patient is empowered? I will discuss how a patient can do a self-assessment on patient empowerment and how to do continual improvement until utmost empowerment is attained. So when is a patient said to be empowered? Here are the general answers. Note, general answers. Okay? A patient is said to be empowered if he gains full control over decisions and actions affecting his personal health. A patient is said to be empowered if he knows and exercises his rights as a patient in getting the highest attainable standards of health through the quality and safe services to be provided by the healthcare professionals or the doctors, mostly the doctors, and the institutions, mostly the hospitals, that he seeks or consults. The patient is said to be empowered if he knows how to participate actively and fully with the attending physicians or healthcare professionals in the decision-making regarding his health concerns and issues. And lastly, a patient is said to be empowered if he has cultivated competencies in managing his own health within his capacity and capability and within his environmental and cultural context. As I said, the above four criteria are the general answers to the question, when is a patient said to be empowered? Okay. To have a more quantifiable and measurable answers to the question, okay, I came out with this rating scale. Okay. I have to emphasize that this is my own creation. You won't see this in the internet. It might not be accepted also by everybody. And that's why this constitutes my thoughts, perceptions, opinions, and recommendations. I'm open to suggestions for improvement though. So because of my creation, I call it the ROJoson rating scale on the self-assessment of my level of patient empowerment. It just contains 6 items. Okay. So before I continue, take hold of your paper and pen, okay, as I go through each item, okay, just jot down your answer on your sheet of paper, okay. So the first item in the rating scale is I have control over decisions and actions affecting my personal health. Okay. Say 0 if no control whatsoever, 1 minimal, 2 moderate, 3 great to greatest. So I'll give you 1 second to jot down your answer. Okay, give the answers to yourself. Okay. Okay. Now, I will show you a sample. This is a sample of people who have answered that particular rating scale. Okay. So I had 47 responses in this sampling. Okay. So as to the question, I have control over decisions and actions affecting my health. Okay, 53.2% said moderate control. Okay, 44.7% said they had the great to greatest control. Okay, so only a few percentage showed minimal. At least there's nobody who said I have no control whatsoever. Okay, so this is good enough because almost 90%, more than 90% said they have somehow control over decisions and actions affecting their personal health. Okay. The second item in the rating scale, I know my rights as a patient in deciding for my health. Okay. 0, don't know any right at all. 1, score of 1, just know 1 to 3 rights at least. 2, you know 4 to 5 rights at least. And 3, no more than 5 rights. Okay. I'll give you 1 second to jot down your answer, your self-evaluation. Okay. While you're doing that, okay, again, based on the sampling, okay, 42.6% says they know 1 to 3 rights at least. 34% said they know 4 to 5 rights at least, and 21% knows more than 5 rights. Now, what are the rights of a patient for empowerment? So basically, these are the quality healthcare services that will be rendered by the physicians or the doctors, okay, and also in the hospital, okay. So in fact, the services that will be given to you by the doctor, okay, in terms of that they should be patient-centered, okay, so they know your preferences, equitable, no discrimination, okay, fair, safe treatment, safe management, effective, efficient, timely, integrated, okay, or holistic and well-coordinated, okay. So particularly in a hospital, these are the things that you should look for: quality and safe healthcare in accordance with generally approved medical principles, okay, respect and dignity without discrimination, participation in care decisions, informed consent and informed refusal without prejudice to continuing care, second opinion from alternate healthcare professionals of choice, privacy and confidentiality of personal information subject to applicable laws, and availment of benefits and privileges in accordance with government regulations, and to be billed accurately. And lastly, complaint about the care and services provided without fear of reprisal. Okay, let's now go to the third item in the rating scale. I exercise and demand my rights as a patient in deciding for my own health, regardless of the advice of my relatives and significant others. So we all know that relatives sometimes come into play when we make decisions. Okay. So the question is, do you exercise your rights as a patient? Okay. 0, never. 1, sometimes. 2, most of the time. And 3, all the time. So from the 47 responses, 63.8% showed that they exercise and demand their rights most of the time. That's good. Okay. 19.1% says all the time. 17% sometime. Okay. So at least there's nobody who said never. Okay. The fourth item in the rating scale, I exercise and demand my rights as a patient in deciding for my own health, regardless of the advice of my physicians and other healthcare professionals. The item in number 3 is regardless of the advice of my relatives and and close ones and friends. But for this particular item, it's from the physicians. Okay. 0, never. 1, sometimes. 2, most of the time. 3, all the time. From the responses, 53.2% says they were able, they exercise and demand their rights as a patient, okay, regardless of the advices of the healthcare professional. Okay, most of the time, 53.2%. Okay, 25.5% says sometimes. Okay, 19.1 says all the time. That's very good. Okay, and a few said never. Okay. Item number 5, I participate in the decision-making on my health concerns and issues with my physicians and other healthcare professionals that I consult. Okay. Okay. Participate means you make, you coordinate with your physicians and do a decision-making together, or the so-called shared agreement. Okay. So 0, never. 1, sometimes. 2, most of the times. And 3, all the time. So I hope you're doing your self-evaluation at your home place. Okay. So the responses that I got, okay, 44.7 says most of the time they participate. 44.7 all the time. So that's good, equal. Okay, that's almost 80 or almost 90% says that they participate in the decision making with their healthcare professionals. Okay. Item number 6, I have an intentional living plan on how to live full and contented. Okay. So 0, don't have 1. 1, score of 1, have 1, but not being implemented. 2, have 1, but not being consistently and regularly implemented and evaluated. And 3, have 1 being implemented and evaluated regularly. So from the responses, 63.8 said they don't have 1. Okay. Item number 7, I have a healthy lifestyle written plan. Okay. So importante, written plan, not just verbal plan. Okay. To keep myself healthy as much and as long as possible. Okay. 0, don't have 1. 1, have 1 but not being implemented. 2, have 1 but not being consistently and regularly implemented and evaluated. And a score of 3 if you have 1 being implemented and regularly evaluated. So from the responses, 53.2 said they don't have 1. Okay, they don't have a healthy lifestyle written plan. Okay, 36.2% they said they have 1 but not being consistently and regularly implemented and evaluated. Okay. Item number 8 in the rating scale, I have an advanced healthcare directive. An advanced healthcare directive means the instructions that you will give before you die, before you leave this world, how you should be managed when you are terminally ill. Okay. So score of 0 if you don't have 1. 1, you have 1 but not being implemented. You have 1 but not being consistently and regularly implemented and evaluated. And a score of 3, have 1 being implemented already and being evaluated regularly. So responses, okay, 76.6% says they don't have 1. Okay, so and then 14.9, they have 1 but not consistently and being regularly implemented and evaluated. Okay. Item number 9, I know how to do cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Okay. So of course, you cannot do cardiopulmonary resuscitation on yourself when you are in that situation, but at least you know how, and then you can probably instruct somebody while you're still have some amount of life left. Okay. So a score of 0, don't know. I have an idea, but I don't know how to do it. Score of 2, know how to do it, but have not practiced and done it. And 3, have practiced and applied it. 53.2% said they have an idea, but don't know how to do it. Okay. Item number 10, I know how to control bleeding from a wound in the body surface. Okay, this is a common occurrence in life. Okay, so all of us must know how to control bleeding. Okay, 0, don't know. 1, have an idea but don't know how to do it. 3, know how to do it but have not practiced or done it. And 3, have practiced and applied it. Responses: 27.7, 29.8, 29.8%. Okay, said so somehow they know how to do it. They have an idea. Some have practiced it. Some have know how to do it but have not practiced it. Okay, so that's good enough. Okay. So item number 10, I know how to do first aid for medical emergencies on myself and others. Okay, aside from the cardiopulmonary resuscitation and control of bleeding, there are other medical emergencies that a patient, a lay people should know. Okay, 0, don't know at all. 1, know how to do first aid for 1 to 2 medical emergencies. Okay, 2, first aid for 3 to 5 medical emergencies. And 3, know how to do first aid for more than 5 medical emergencies. Okay, here is a list of okay, before the responses here. Okay, 40.4% says they know how to do first aid for 1 to 2. Okay, now for the more than 5 medical emergencies, only 10 to 6% know how to do it. Okay, so the rest 25.5 and 23.4. Okay, so they know how to do it, but they know how to do for 3 to 5 or 1 to 2 medical emergencies. Okay, so here is a list of medical emergencies which can you use as a guide to for your checklist. No, okay, what to learn and to master: cardiopulmonary resuscitation, airway promotion, control of bleeding from a surface wound, okay, splinting for fractures of the bone, poisoning, first aid for poisoning, fainting, high-grade fever, and others. Okay. Item number 12, I have attended and completed a basic course, either formal or tutorial or in combination, on the strategies in health maintenance and restoration of health. 0, have not attended a basic course whatsoever. 1, have attended sporadically. 2, have attended but not a complete course. 3, have completed a basic course. So 57.4 said they have not attended a basic course whatsoever. Here are some of the topics in the basic course in health maintenance and restoration for health for lay people. In terms of patient empowerment, that is, okay? So you have to know the patient's rights in patient empowerment, patient management process, realities inclusive of peculiarities, idiosyncrasies, and limitations of medicine in the administration and management of healthcare, individual health management, and medical emergencies and first aid. Probably this should be the basic, the minimum topic should be included in the basic course. Item number 13, I know the diagnostic processes in the management of a patient. Okay. Don't know at all, 0. Know a little, 1. know some, 2, know fully, 3. So from the responses, 44.7 says they know a little. Okay. I know the treatment processes. Earlier, it was the diagnostic. Now it's treatment. Okay. How do you treat a patient? Okay. 0, don't know at all. Know a little. Know some. Know fully. Okay. So equally 8.5% know fully. That's very good. Most likely these are from the nurses, from the doctors. Okay. Okay. But the rest are 10 to 27, 25.5, 38.3, 27.7. Okay, they know little, know some, and 25.5 don't know at all. Okay, so you don't have to know all the treatment of all the diseases, but what's more important is to know the process, how the basic principles in the treatment. Okay. Item number 15. I know the peculiarities, idiosyncrasies, and limitations of medicine and the medical practice, okay, in the Philippines or elsewhere. Example of these limitations are the inexactness and the differing methods and mindsets, especially of the physicians, okay. 0, don't know at all. 1, know little. 2, know some. And 3, know fully. Okay. So 40.4% says they know a little. Okay. 10% knows fully. As I said, this 10% most probably are the nurses or the doctors answering this survey. Okay, but for the majority of the responders, which are lay people, okay, it's either they don't know, they know little, or know some. Okay. So the last item, I'm interested to attend and complete a patient empowerment course to be offered by ROJoson. Okay. 0, not interested at all because I don't need further improvement. 1, score of 1, interested but will attend sporadically. 2, interested but will attend more than 50% of the course, but not the full course. 3, interested in the full course. So fortunately, nobody answered here, not interested at all because I don't need further improvement. Okay. So it's nice to hear that, okay, because I don't think everybody has achieved the highest level of patient empowerment, okay, and they still need improvement, okay. So, but 61.7% says that they are interested in the full course, okay, which I would now, when I act on this, I will see to it that these people who said they're interested in the full course will be enjoined to participate in my course. I have to develop the course fully, okay? So 23.4 says they're interested but will attend sporadically, okay? I hope we can still change their mind if they have time, okay? Okay. Now, so those are the 16 items in the rating scale, okay? So after accomplishing the rating scale, there are ranges of scores that classify different levels of patient empowerment. Okay, here is just a sample key, which I just formulated it. Okay, it still needs validation. Okay, okay. So lowest level, if you get 0 to 15, low level 16 to 32, moderate level 33 to 39, high level 40 to 47, and highest level is 48. 48 is the perfect score, okay? So before I move on, I'll give you time to add all the scores on your paper, okay? I won't ask you now, just keep it to yourself, probably later on during the open forum, okay? Want to share your score, okay? But okay, based on the survey, okay, the survey also includes an automatic computation of the score. Okay, so the total score in my level of patient empowerment. Okay, as I said in the survey, I keep everything confidential. So the results are reported in groups. Okay, so there's no name appearing here. Okay, so if you look at the box, okay, the black box, okay, it showed that majority of those who responded to the survey have still a low level. Okay, 16 to 31. Okay, the moderate level is 32 to 39, high level 40 to 47. Of course, there are some people who got high level to 47, okay? 40 to 47. I'd like to say that what is important when you accomplish this self-assessment, okay, is to aim for a score of at least 2 in its statement, in the 16 statements, to have a moderate level of patient empowerment. Okay. The ultimate aim, of course, is with progressive development and training and learning, okay, is to get a high level, if not the highest level of patient empowerment. Okay. And it must be emphasized that one does not have to feel bad or ashamed if a high level of patient empowerment is not yet there and has not been achieved. Because in reality, okay, it is not easy. Okay. What is more important now is to know one's gap or deficiencies after the self-assessment, and then make a plan and a resolution to fill in the gaps and to go for a higher level of patient empowerment. And it goes without saying that the self-assessment should be repeated after this one, and then at planned intervals, let's say after 6 months to 1 year, until one has achieved a high level, if not the highest level of patient empowerment. Okay. I have this online survey tool, okay, self-assessment of my level of patient empowerment. So the responses that I just presented, okay, from the 47 respondents were derived from this particular online tool. Okay. So that ends my pep talk. Okay. So when do you say a patient is empowered? Okay. So I hope I have empowered you to do self-assessment on patient empowerment and to do continual improvement. Okay. So before we go to the question and answer interactions, okay, just a reminder, please take the online Learning Cum evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate. Okay, I have placed the link in the chat box already. Okay. Now, let's have a group picture taking. Okay, turn on your video, show your face before we go to the question and answer and interactions. Okay.
Cannot start video, Doc.
Ah,
Bakit ganun?
pardon?
Cannot start video.
Okay.
I cannot start my video.
Who is she? Who is talking?
Maybe it's the Wi-Fi.
Okay. Sorry.
I am Chuchi.
Chuchi. Okay.
Quevedo.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So try your best. If not, at least your name is there. Okay. So let's have. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So take a screenshot also from your end because something might go wrong on my end. Okay. So we will see later on if we can have another session of picture taking just for the sake of Chuchi.
Naku.
Okay lang. Because we
Start.
still have open forum. Okay. So
Tapo.
the floor is now open.
Change name pa, no?
The floor is now open for questions.
So
And
tomorrow,
please
bet
mute.
your bottom dollar that
Please.
tomorrow.
Uy,
Who's singing?
what happened?
Who's singing? Who wants to? Okay.
I lost all of you.
Oh. Okay.
No.
So let's just okay. So can I have a are there questions already, or are there questions already, Beth?
There is none.
Okay. If there is none, while waiting for the questions, can we have okay. Ganun lang, just like before, hand signal na lang muna so that hindi magulo sa Zoom, baka para hindi sabay-sabay. No? Anyway, we cannot understand each other if everybody's talking. Hand signal na lang. Doon sa self-assessment niyo, okay? 0, 1, 2, 3 lang naman yung score, di ba? Okay. Total. Okay. So 0 is the lowest level. Okay. 1, low level. 2, moderate level. 3, high level or highest level. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3 na lang. Okay. So based on the score, now, so what's your classification? Okay. So, okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Put your fingers. Okay. 2, 1, 2. Okay. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. At least may 2.